Good morning, good morning. Today is Thursday, January 7th, 2021. Coach Rich in the house. Upper body day today. Specifically, we're going to be working on our shoulders. We're going to be doing some shoulders, a little bit of lower body work just to help propel us all the way up and overhead. We're going to be doing some vertical pulling as well, so kind of like the posterior part of the shoulder. A little bit of the lower trap. Nothing to bulk you up, just to kind of give you an overall nice, good shoulder shape. So if you ever see someone whose arm is at their side and they see a nice teardrop kind of shape from the shoulder, that's because they're doing a good amount of shoulder work, and it's just a good muscle to have on you. So we're going to warm up a little bit, and we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. We're going to start with just a little upper body swing here. So I'm going to have my hands over my head. I'm going to fold, and I'm just going to swing my arms through. So some big arm swings, just some big flexion, extension. When you go up, you kind of want to tighten up your butt a little bit. Push your belt buckle out, kind of out in front of you, just so that you're not pinching your lower back. So squeeze your butt as your hips go forward. And now let's move into what we call the frontal plane, so moving side to side. So what I like to do is put my hand on my hip. I'm going to step in front of my body. I'm going to shove my hip to the outside and then reach. So now I'm feeling a little bit of stretch through my lateral hip, through my obliques, through my lats. Just warming up my shoulders again here a little bit. Oh, getting my body moving in some multi-directional motions here. Our bodies are constantly moving in all three planes, so it's good to warm up and train and exercise the way our bodies move. Oh, okay. Open up your stance, some golf turns, hands to the right hip. You're going to pivot through the back toe, rotating up to the left ear. Big, smooth, global turns. Don't force anything here, just nice and smooth. Feel your body rotating through your hips, through your trunk, through your neck, through your shoulders. One more, big smooth turn. And then we'll take it the other way, hands to the left hip, and then just a big free swing to the right. Nice and fluid. 4, 3, 2, and then let's take our hands palms up. You're going to cross them right over your chest, palms down. You're going to alternate which arm goes over the top each time. Nice and smooth, just big classic arm swings. Just making sure the shoulders are feeling good, the chest is kind of warmed up, things are ready to go. All right, let's take this down to the half knee. This is called a windmill here. I got my right leg out in front. I'm going to take my left hand, put it directly outside my right leg. I'm going to squeeze my downside glute. Exhale, I'm going to come up, turn towards the forward leg, around and down. Half kneeling windmill here, half kneeling windmill. Let's do about 3 to 5. Oh. Make sure to exhale, squeeze your abs when you're here so you're not cheating through the low back. Always important. And then we'll switch. Right knee is down, left leg is out in front. Right hand coming outside the left leg. Squeeze the downside glute. Exhale, come up, rotate towards the front leg, around and down. 3 to 5 big ones. One more. And for good measure, boop. All right, we're going to go from a high plank position into a downward dog, into a pigeon, into a bear. So this is our high plank, core is tight, up into a downward dog, into a pigeon, into another pigeon, into a bear. So a bear, I'm going to step my foot all the way up so it's in line with my hands, way up here. Bear on the other side, and then we're going to repeat. Downward dog, pigeon on the right. Notice when I hit this half pigeon or pigeon pose, I'm bringing my leg up underneath. Let me turn this way a little bit. I'm trying to get this lower leg kind of like squared off about 90 degrees or so. Similar to our 90-90 stretch, I want to lead with my chest out in front. I want to feel this in my glute. So this is a butt stretch here. If this is too big for you to get into, regress it down, sit on your hip, and go into your 90-90. This is going to be a slight regression, but still very beneficial to stretch out your hips. And then with that bear, stepping way up. When we're doing this one, I want to get my back leg as straight as possible. I want to squeeze my backside glute, pull my hips into the ground. This is actually a stretch from my hip flexor on my left side. So whatever your trail leg is doing, this is the side I'm focusing on. I'm going to squeeze my glute. I'm going to pull my hip in towards the ground. And what I want to feel here is a little stretch in the front of my right hip. All right. All right, so we're going to get into it. If you're newer to the Turkish get-up, I want you to use a very light weight. If you have been doing it now for a few months, then you should know what a good working weight is for you. We're going to do these a little bit different today in that we're not going to be standing all the way up. We're just going to be going from the ground up into our half kneeling position and then back down to the ground. When we're doing these, you're not going to lower the weight all the way to the floor between each rep. Once your back gets to the ground, you're going to go right back up. So we're going to take 40 seconds and do as many quality reps as we can on the right, and then we'll do that on the left. We're going to do 3 rounds of this. All right, so let me just demo one real fast just so we're all on the same page here. So when I start my get up, if I have my weight in the right side, I'm going to have my right heel towards my butt. My first move is going to be getting to my left forearm. The whole time, eyeballs on the bell, knuckles at the ceiling. So I'm going to roll to my left forearm. From here, I'm going to get to my left hand. I'm going to bridge my hips. I'm going to take my leg, I'm going to sweep it underneath. I'm going to come upright. And then from here, I'm just going to square my body up. And this is as high as we're going today. And then we're going to go back down to the ground. So I'm going to open my hip. I'm going to hinge, plant, sweep my leg, sit down to my butt, down to my forearm, down to my back. This is as low as I go. So from here, I'm going to go right back up. So it's going from our back up to the half kneeling and then in reverse. So as many good quality reps as we can get, just going from those positions, from my backside up to the half kneeling. Right, left, right, left, right, left. 3 rounds. 40 seconds of work. We'll take a little 15-second rester in between. Grab your working weights, guys. We're going to start with a get up on the right side. We're on the clock in 10 seconds. All right. So I'm going to start with the weight in my right. My right heel is in towards my butt. Ready, ready? All right, first move to the forearm, to the hand. Bridge up, sweep the leg, come upright, square the hips. Open the right hip, hinge, plant, sweep, sit, to the forearm, to the back. One more time. Forearm, hand, bridge, sweep, upright, square, open, hinge, plant, sweep, sit, forearm, down to our back. All right, that worked out pretty good. So we got 2 times through, and now I'm just going to get the weight over to my other side. This time I have the weight, get ready, you watch. Whoops. Weight's on my left. Left heel is close. All right, here we go. To the forearm. To the hand. Eyes on the bell the whole time. Bridge. Sweep. Come upright. Square. Open the hip. Hinge. Plant. Sweep. Forearm. Down. Right back up. Forearm. Hand. Bridge. Sweep, upright, square, open, hinge, plant, sweep, sit, forearm to the back. Woo! And then we are back to our right side. All right, so real simple, real simple. We're just working from our back up to that half kneeling position. I want you to think about squeezing the handle of that bell. Here we go. Forearm, hand, eyes on the bell, bridge, sweep, upright, square, open the hip, hinge, plant, sweep, sit, forearm, back, right back up, forearm, hand, bridge, sweep, upright, square, open, hinge, plant, sweep, sit, forearm, back, down. Woo! Doing good, doing good. All right, now as we transition from position to position, I want you to think about maintaining tension through your core the entire set. So from the position on our back, you're gonna squeeze your abs like you're almost doing a sit-up. And then from here, we're gonna keep our abs tight the entire time. So I'm gonna use some shallow breathing. I'm gonna be squeezing my abs. Woo! So in that one, I got a little quiet as I was focusing on my breathing. And my breathing is happening down low into my belly. So my breath is into my belly. All right, one more time, right and left. Ready? Here we go. Forearm, hand, eyes on the bell, bridge up, sweep, come under, square up, open the hip, hinge, plant, sweep, sit, forearm, down to the back, right back up, forearm, hand, bridge, sweep, up, square, open, hinge, plant, sit, forearm, down. Woo! All right, one more time on the left side. And then our body should be significantly warmed up by this point. This is a great movement to warm up literally the entire body from our hips to our abdominals to our shoulders. Ready? Here we go. Eyes on the bell, to the hand, bridge, sweep, up, square, open, hinge, plant, sweep, sit, forearm, roll it down. Here we go, let's go again. To the forearm, to the hand, bridge, sweep, upright, square, open, hinge, plant, sweep, forearm. Whoo! All right, we did it. Warm up complete. So coming up next, we're gonna be doing our combination high pull into our squat, and then a little half kneeling overhead press. So, use these. 2 moves. We're gonna have a running clock for 12 minutes here, and we're doing these ladder style. So we're gonna do 4, 6, 8 with our ladder. So a round of 4 for each exercise, a round of 6, a round of 8. Once you finish your 8, come back down to the 4. So this is the first combination move. We're gonna open up our stance a little bit. We're gonna high pull the weight from the ground. Once the weight gets kind of weightless, or it's kind of floating up at our chin, we're gonna take our arms and we're gonna snap it, and we're gonna catch that bell and then drop into a little bit of a squat. So I'm gonna set up like this. I'm gonna pop the weight up, catch it, and then squat it, and then back down. High pull, catch it, squat it, back down. So a high pull into a catch, into a squat, that was 1 rep. So we're gonna do a round of 4, a round of 6, and a round of 8. Now, in between those, we're gonna come down to the half kneeling position. We're gonna grab some weights. Our weights are gonna set up at our shoulders here, and we're gonna be doing a half kneeling overhead press. When we're in this position, we're not arching back, we're sitting up nice and tall. Whatever knee is down, we're gonna squeeze that glute. You're gonna exhale as you press it overhead. First round 4, second round 6, third round 8. So it's only going to be those 2 moves, a little high pull to a catch and a squat, and then a half kneeling press. On the half kneeling presses, just switch off each set what knee is on the ground. So one set right knee on the ground, the next set left knee on the ground, and just go back and forth. Alrighty? All right. Let's have fun. Let's work hard. Y'all know the drill. All right, we're working for 12 minutes here, y'all. 12 minutes on the clock. All right, starting with our high pull to our catch and our squat. 4 reps, 4 reps. High pull, catch and squat. Here we go. High pull it, catch it, squat. 1. High pull, catch, squat. Notice I'm gonna take my elbows from high and then get them underneath my body like this. After my 4, I'm gonna set it down. I'm gonna pick a knee and come on down to the ground. I'm gonna secure these weights right up at my shoulders. Whatever knee is down, I'm gonna squeeze that glute. I'm gonna exhale, press it. Notice my palms are gonna begin facing each other. As I press them up, I'm turning my palms out away from my body. They're not going way away from my midline. They're staying rather tight. One more. And then down. All right, so now we're going round to 6. I'm gonna open up my stance. I'm gonna really use my legs to help drive this up. I'm gonna catch it nice and high, pull myself into the squat. Core tight. Hup. 1. If you're using a lighter weight, your cadence might be a little quicker. That's fine. If you're using a heavier weight, you might need to go a little bit slower. That's fine too. What I want you to find is the right amount of intensity for you. So my pace today is going to be my demo pace. So I'm not going all out. I would say I'm going kind of like a medium to slow pace, which is totally fine. So for those of you that really need to see what I'm doing, I want you to see exactly what's happening here. Opposite knee is down. I'm going to squeeze my backside glute. Exhale is the press. We're doing 6 for this round. Ideal position on the overhead press. My fist is in line with my shoulder is in line with my ear. So what I don't want to happen is for my arm to be out away from my body like this. I want to be rather straight with my abs tight, not arching from my low back. All right, challenge set, round of 8. High pull, catch it and squat it. My stance is like a sumo stance, so my feet are quite a bit wider apart. My toes are pointed outwards. Big breath in, core tight, pull yourself down, pop it up, catch it, and squat. Woo! That one warmed me up a little bit. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I'm coming back down from my half kneeling press. I'm just gonna rotate just slightly, give you all a different angle here. My chest is up, my palms are facing each other. Squeeze the downside glute, exhale in the press. Knuckles are driving up to the ceiling. Rotate them back in and down. Woo! 8 reps, feeling good. All right, so that took us a little longer than 4 minutes. So I'm gonna pick up my pace just slightly here so we can get in 3 rounds. All right, so I'm opening up my stance. We're going back to 4s. Here we go, catch it, squat it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent, down to the ground. Grab the weights, switching up the legs each set. Palms facing each other. Posture, exhale. Down. Back to our high pull. We're on 6s, stance is open, chest is up, abs are tight. Use the legs to create momentum on the weight. High catch, and a squat. 1. Woo! Coming back down to our press. Pressing for 6. Downside knee is down, glute is squeezing, exhale on the push. Whew! All right. We did a good job right there. So we kind of sped up our pace just slightly, got us in position to get back on track. All right, round of 8s, challenge set. Open up the stance, big breath in, core nice and tight. Woo! Ooh, coach is getting tired there. That's a little bit of legs snuck in there. Coach snuck that in on you. Hey, coach, I thought this was upper body day. Hey, nothing wrong with a little bit of lower snuck in there. Here we go, 8 presses. All right. Nice job, guys. Nice job. If you're working with me, we got 2 rounds in. We're going to get another one. We got plenty of time. I'm going to give myself another 5 seconds here, and we're going to start back at the bottom at our 4s. All right, so we've got 2 sets in. We've had lots of opportunities to perfect our technique, to work on our body positioning. Last set here, let's make it our best set. Here we go. Open up the stance, big breath in, core tight. High pull to catch, and a squat for 4. Woo! Back down to the knee. Half kneeling press. My right knee is down. I'm squeezing my right glute. Arms are in nice and tight. Whew. Down and then down. All right. Set number 2. Here we go. Let's open up the stance. Big breath in. We got 6 reps here. Let's go. Focus on technique. Focus on your form. One more. Ah. 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 Coach is getting quiet. You know when coach is getting quiet, I'm working over here. I'm doing something. I'm in the trenches with you. All right, overhead press, 6. Let's go. Ah. Squeeze that downside glute. Exhale. Your abs should be super tight when these weights are over the top of your head. Excellent. All right, final one. Set of 8. Set of 8 here. Catch your breath if you need to. Focusing on that pull, focusing on that leg drive, using both parts kind of equally here. Stance is open, toes are out, chest is up, abs are tight. Let's go to work. 8 reps. Woo. All right, one more round of press. Ah, feeling good. Feeling good. Here we go. Arms are in. Downside glute is tight. Exhale on the push. Whoo! Yeah, all right, take your time. Finish that up, and I'll show you what we're doing next. All right, so we're gonna be doing a reverse fly. I got some real light weights for my reverse fly. And when we do a reverse fly, what I wanna do is get my feet rather close together. I'm gonna sit like into a little bit of a chair position here. So I'm gonna brace my core, take that big breath into my belly. I'm gonna kind of sit into my little chair position, and then I'm gonna keep my palms facing each other. Reverse fly, so thinking about bringing your shoulder blades together as those arms come apart. So your arms are pulling apart, shoulder blades are pinching in the middle. The other 2 exercises, we're gonna be done like this. So I'm gonna put one weight in my right arm. I'm gonna have my right leg stationary on the ground. This is not a full reverse lunge. We're just gonna use a small step back to help us with our overhead drive. So I have my weight in my right. I'm gonna step back with my left. I'm gonna take a small dip, bang. Notice this is not a full all the way to the ground reverse lunge. It's a small step back, punch, step back, punch. When we're doing this one, what I want you to think of is using your right leg to help power this movement going vertical. So if the weight is in my right arm, I'm gonna use my right leg to explosively help me drive this up and over my head. Dip, press, okay? On these sets, they're gonna be timed. 30 seconds for each exercise. We're gonna do 4 rounds. So it's gonna be the reverse fly, a step back press with the right, a step back press with the left. Really think about using the legs to help punch that weight up. Alrighty? All right, let's have fun. Let's work hard. Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna be starting with that reverse fly. Hold on. Uh-oh. Hello. Let's see what, I got it. You can hear me now? No? I don't know what's going on. If I yell really loud, can you hear me now? All right, well, I don't know why these cut out, but I can still hear you guys. That's really odd. All right, cool. So as long as y'all can hear me, we'll get started here. First move is going to be the reverse fly. Second move is going to be our reverse lunge to overhead press. This is going to be a timed sequence here. We're going to be doing 30-second long sets, all right? 4 rounds, 30 seconds each. We're going to start with the reverse fly. So I'm going to grab my weights here. I'm going to open up my stance a little bit. I'm going to hinge back, open up. Woo! Woo! Good work, guys. Good work, good work, good work. I'm just going to take those out because those aren't helping anybody. All right, so we're going to do our step back into our press here next. Step back into our press. I got the weight in my right. I'm going to take a small step back with my left. Bang! Punch it over my head. Little dip, punch. Little dip, punch. Core stays tight. Small step back. Use your legs to help power this weight up and over your head. Dip, bang. Dip, bang. As I stand up, I'm driving my front heel through the ground powerfully. Whew. Okay. Ooh, that got me smoked there a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna do the same thing now on the left side. Same thing on the left side. We're gonna take a small step back. We're gonna dip down. We're gonna explosively press over our heads. Ready? Little dip, punch it up. Little dip, punch it up. Use the legs to help get yourself out of the hole. I'm using a fist with my free hand, creating some tension here. So creating a little tension, bringing some stability to my core. Whew. Let's take another 20. All right, we're going back to that reverse fly. Coming back to that reverse fly. Stance is narrow. Sit into that little bit of a chair. Core stays really, really tight. Light weights on this one. I got a bunch of reps. I think I got nearly 20. This is a total burner. Ready? Here we go. Woo! Man. Woo, that one's tough. All right, we're going to load that weight back up in the right side. We're going to be taking a step back with the left leg. Use the right leg to push the ground away and then explosively drive that weight overhead. Left leg goes back, dip, punch, reset. Dip, punch, reset. Woo! Oh, coach is getting a sweat for real over here. Sweating for real. Ah, my shoulders are getting warmed up. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, left side coming up. The weight's in our left side. We're gonna be taking a small step back with the right. Use the left leg to drive the weight up. Little dip, punch through, reset. Core tight. I'm gonna exhale violently as I begin to press this weight over my head. Knuckles are finishing towards the ceiling. Whew. All right, 2 rounds down, 2 to go. 2 rounds down, 2 to go. We're picking up our tempo here a little bit. We're going a little harder now. We're back to the reverse fly. Sit into a little bit of a chair, core tight, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Little elbow bend. Oh man, that one's got me just burning for real. Woo! Oh baby. All right, we're going back to our press. Weights on the right. We're gonna take a small step back with the left. Dip, drive, press. Use the lower body, load up, bang, punch it overhead. Reset, step back, punch. Reset, step back, punch. Ha. 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 Whoo! Ah. Oh, baby. All right, all right, all right. We got one more in our left, and then we just have one final round left. All right, let's go. This is in our left. Chest is up, core is tight, right leg is stepping back. Ready? Little dip. Use that left leg. Push that heel through the floor. And then finish by punching your fist to the ceiling. Woo! Man, coach is warmed up. Need a little sip. Final round, y'all. Final round. Reverse fly coming up. Reverse fly coming up. All right. Here we go. Slight elbow bend. Pinch the shoulder blades together. Oh, I'm glad I'm done with those. Ooh. Ooh. Final round, step back presses. Use the legs, drive the heel through the ground, punch the fist through the ceiling. Reset between each rep. Ready? Little step back, reset. Remember, this is not a massive lunge. It's a small step to help me explosively drive this weight up and over my head. Whew. Sweating for real. Ah! All right, left side. Last one of these. and then the big finish. Last one, then the big finish, all right? Whoo. At the shoulder. Here we go, right leg back. Little dip. Reset. Little dip. Ooh-wee. Big finish time. Now, for those of you that worked out yesterday, we did do a couple of snatches. Today we're going to be doing more. Finisher today is going to be 20-second long sets, 4 rounds. Snatch right, snatch left, sprinter sit-up. Let's go over the snatch real fast. Remember, the snatch is not a swing, it's much more of a vertical motion. So use your legs like a squat to explosively stand up. Rip your elbow up, kind of like you're starting the lawnmower. You're going to keep that weight close to your body and then aggressively finish with that good punch to the ceiling. So the set before, we used some legs. On this last one, even more lower body power. So that's kind of how this workout broke down today. If you remember, we started with that Turkish get-up, which was all stabilization. We literally didn't move the joint at all. We just asked our shoulder to stabilize the joint. Then the second sequence was a direct overhead press. So just straight up and down, no lower body, a lot of stability. The third piece, we used a little bit of leg, so we did a single leg into that press, so giving our arms a little bit more help. Now this last one, we're really asking our lower body to help us out now, getting that weight from the ground to all the way overhead. All right, so make this a full body move. This is not just for your shoulders anymore. So our snatch, that's gonna start down to the ground. I'm gonna rip it up, get to here. On the way down, if you're using a dumbbell, you're gonna bring it to your shoulder and then pop it down. If you're using the kettlebell, you can link your snatches by kind of flipping the bell up and over the top. So I'm gonna kind of hinge back. Regardless, that weight stays close to my body. Don't cast it out in front of you. Snatch right, do the same thing on the left. Sprinter sit-up, if you remember these, we're gonna be laying on our back sides. We're gonna reach all the way out. We're gonna sit all the way up. I'm gonna go hand to the inside of my opposite foot, and then I'm gonna flatten all the way back out. I'm gonna roll back up, and then touch my hand to the opposite of my other foot. So alternating sides, you're sitting up with a little bit of rotation there. 4 rounds, 20 seconds per round. Let's work hard, let's have some fun. You know the drill. Alrighty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Snatches on the clock. I'm gonna do my first set facing this direction. 20 seconds, let's go. 1, here we go. So a good number, somewhere between 7 and 10, 7 and 12, something in there. Shake it out. Let's go again. Let's think about bracing our core, maintaining some tension through our trunk. Here we go. All right, 1 round down. Sprinter sit-ups coming up. Sprinter sit-ups coming up. We're starting reaching all the way back. Backs are flat. We're gonna roll ourselves up, hand to the inside of the opposite foot with a little bit of twist up at the top. Roll yourself up, roll yourself down so that you come up and down 1 spinal segment at a time. So you should not be plopping down to your low back. Roll yourself up, squeeze your core. Ah. All right, one round down. One round down. If that set felt a little bit on the easy side, you know what to do. Bump it up a little bit. If it felt just right, keep it there. Keep it there. But make sure that you are working to your level. All right, let's bring this thing here. Let's bring it, hit your numbers. I'm going for 8. I'm going for 8 here. Ready? Woo! Woo! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get your numbers. Get your numbers. Let's go. Left side. Yes, 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 yes. Now for my next 2 rounds, I'm gonna do the snatch with the dumbbell. So it's a little bit of a different move. Ready? Sprinter sit up, here we go. Rolling up, rolling down, squeeze your abs. Once you get this movement down, you start speeding up. 2 rounds down. So now I'm going to use my dumbbell here. Now unfortunately, I have literally 1 pair of dumbbells and they're 35 pounds. Not light, this is going to be hard. My kettlebell was 25 pounds, this is 35. But I can do it. You'll notice it's going to be much more of a straight up and down versus hinging out. Ready? Down to my shoulder, down between the legs. But you should notice that weight does not stop at any point on the way up until it gets in my full overhead locked out position. So we really want to make sure we're having enough power with our legs to kind of make that weight weightless as it transitions from the pull to the overhead. And we do that by being very powerful with our lower body. So use your feet to push into the ground. Keep the arm close to the body. And lock that thing out once it gets overhead. Woo! That actually wasn't that bad. All right, sprinter sit up, let's go. Ah. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Final round. I'm going to use my dumbbell for my final round here. All right, let's finish strong here. Let's finish strong. You're going hard. You are not letting your form break down. You are staying dialed in. Form stays perfect. Let's go. Come on, y'all. Let's go to work. Use the legs. Drive your feet to the ground. Rip the elbow. Get that thing weightless. Punch the fist. Woo-hoo! 2 exercises left. You can taste it. That sweet taste of victory, it's upon us. Come on. Let's take this thing to the house. Sprinter sit up. Sprinter sit up. Final dilly dilly. Final thing we're doing. Arms are long, legs are long. Low back pressed into the floor. Here we go. Roll it up, roll it down. Roll it up, roll it down. Oh, we did it. I hope your shoulders are sufficiently smoked. That means you did this workout right. All right, let's just hang out here for a second. Pull your knees into your chest. Hit a couple lower body rolls. Oh, we earned it. We earned it today, guys. Woo! This is called a stick up. You can do this against the wall or in the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my arms and I'm going to position them like field goal posts. And then from here I'm going to try to push into the ground the entire time. So I'm going to push into the ground and then I'm going to reach my hands over my head and then down. So the whole time I want to push down, so I'm creating force into the floor as I go all the way over my head and then all the way down. This is a great kind of postural warm-up and cool-down exercise. Flatten your low back into the ground, no arching the low back.